Alright, welcome back to the channel, and as you can tell from the title, today we're continuing the series on the Antwerp 6 and the members of the Antwerp 6. Now today I'm talking about Demeulemeester. This has been a long time coming, so let's get straight into it. The first thing you might be wondering is, what is Demeulemeester's aesthetic? Demeulemeester's aesthetic is, it consists mainly of monochromatic pieces which are perfectly cut, which is something very key, because very few clothes these days are actually perfectly cut. When I say monochromatic, so simple colours, mainly black, which is why I love her, such as I always talk about Demeulemeester, Yamamoto, Issei Miyake, when I talk about people who just design black perfectly. There's a bit of femininity, like I always say, the best fashion is inspired by anger, and you can tell that from the better designers, and well, Raf Simons learnt from Waterland Donk, so makes sense. Now, if you are unaware of who the Antwerp 6 are, I did make a video on this, but to go back to it, it's just 6 members. They're not a fashion collective as people think. There's just 6 people who went to the same school, which is the Royal Academy of Arts in Antwerp, and they all went to London for a fashion show, showcased their different designs, and they became essentially famous from this. So today I'm talking about Demeulemeester, which is one of the Antwerp 6. So if you don't know who the Antwerp 6 are, just go and watch my video about the Antwerp 6 in total. So back to Demeulemeester, she is one of the most successful members of the Antwerp 6. So the most successful members, which are also the most popular, which you probably know, are Dries Van Noten, Waterland Donk, and Demeulemeester. Now Demeulemeester graduated the Royal Academy of Fine Arts in 1981. And she had success basically immediately. She was just winning awards. Well, she's a great designer, so she deserves it. Winning awards immediately. And in 1985, she actually decided to make her own brand. Before then, she was a freelance designer. Now, if you don't know what a freelance designer is, freelance designers kind of go to different brands from project to project. So help design clothes, but not for their brand, for different brands. So you might be on a 1-year contract or a 2-year contract. But she was kind of convinced in 1985 to start her own brand, and thank goodness. Now, Demeulemeester draws her aesthetic and just her inspiration from Japanese fashion, and this is mainly why it's black. I keep talking about black, but you need to understand black is a colour. So this is why most of her clothes are black, and obviously it's inspired by Japanese fashion, so there's a good Japanese style in it and Japanese aesthetic. And another thing about Demeulemeester's clothing is there is a little bit of gothic inspiration. So Demeulemeester is known for making some of the best boots out there, and when I say boots, not Chelsea boots, not those type of boots, more like grunge, grimy, gothic looking boots, which personally I can't pull off, but like if that's your aesthetic, then it's perfect and it works for you. But I mean, Demeulemeester to me is very underrated. Her designs are a bit underrated, because when you think of the Antwerp 6, people only talk about Dries Van Noten and Waterland Donk, and yes, I said she's one of the like popular 3, like most of the time. People don't give her the credit she deserves, let's be honest. Now her pieces, just the same as Issei Miyake and Yamamoto, have been described as funeral pieces and death pieces, because I don't know what everyone's beef is with black, but me personally, I love it. As all of you know, you should know by now, and if you're new, then now you know. But I mean, what I really like about Demeulemeester, which people don't realise how bad it is, but okay, most brands, for example, let's say Prada, they always bring aspects of their archive into the present collection. So for example, their last collection that I talked about on my channel, so watch that video as well, they brought some of the inspiration from their archive pieces from the sports collection back in the 2000s and the 1900s, and basically Demeulemeester is one of the people that there's a drastic change from collection to collection, and she could go the easy way, just be like, okay, this collection is inspired by my archive pieces in 2000, but no, she actually spends more time to get more inspiration and also work hard to make very different collections. And the good thing about Demeulemeester is, from collection to collection and from season to season, she takes her time, so she doesn't, if she can't release something at a particular date, she's more quality over quantity. She'll rather have a better quality collection, a more creative collection, than just push out 3, 4, 5 collections a year. So that's another reason why I respect her. And people who just take the craft seriously. But in 2013, Demeulemeester left her fashion house. But it was coming because she is getting old and you can't just expect her to push out collections all the time. But she left it in the hands of Sébastien Meunier, who's in charge right now. And I think he was the right person to take over at Demeulemeester's fashion house, especially because he worked 10 years under Martin Margiela, who's also a famous designer from not the Antwerp 6, but he's kind of affiliated with the Antwerp 6. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, and I'll get into that. But so he is definitely a fan of Belgian fashion, and he's very knowledgeable about Belgian fashion, especially working under Martin Margiela for 10 years. And he has the same grungy aesthetic, but he put his own twist on it, and as a different individual, you wouldn't want him to just outright copy Demeulemeester. But I know for a fact Demeulemeester still has a hand in her brand. I don't think she's just gonna leave her brand completely and just let someone else take over without having some input. I'm sure she does. Same thing with all other designers, like Yohji Yamamoto isn't actually hands-on in his brand, but I'm sure he has some sort of influence and say in how the clothes are and how the collections turn out. So thank you for watching this quick fire. Thank you for watching this quick fire video on Demeulemeester. More videos to come on the other 5 members of the Antwerp 6, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, if you like this video, leave a like. Comment down below what you think about the Antwerp 6 in general and what you think about Demeulemeester's clothing. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'm out. You know what I said that time about people always saying that Martin Margiela is in the Antwerp 6? It just does my head in. So, I was reading Vogue the other day and they said that Martin Margiela was in the Antwerp 6. Vogue. So basically, all these established fashion places and magazines and whatever, can't really trust their information. So, it just is what it is.